We've all seen Peterson in action, but what's never been seen is what's going on underneath his pads. For each cut, Peterson's hamstrings fire as his knees bend to roughly 70-degree angles. His vastus muscles, or quads, help decelerate his body's downward motion with over 750 pounds of force as he stops on a dime.
We've seen that an elite athlete running backwards can keep up with anyone. Or anything. But how about running forwards? We know there are plenty of animals faster than humans. But how do we stack up against other two-legged creatures? To find out, we enlisted one of the fastest humans in the world, NFL wide receiver, Dennis Northcutt.
Dennis, thanks so much for coming in and helping us out.
No problem.
We want to see, is an NFL wide receiver really as fast as an ostrich? So we want to pit you against an ostrich. This is something that's never been done before. Are you ready? Are you up for the challenge?
I'm up for the challenge.
Runners, get to your starting blocks. Dennis ran away with an easy victory, but it was obvious the ostrich was just dogging it.
It's time for us to go inside the fence. Let's see if you can catch the ostrich.
Do not try this at home.
Can Dennis win another one for mankind?
Well, we're going to play a little tag.
Or will Thelma step it up for the animal kingdom?
I might catch it.
Go, 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 go!
It was no contest. The ostrich left Dennis in the dust without even trying.
Woo! That bird is fast!
Dennis's Top Gear is nowhere near as fast as the ostrich's. Here's why. Speed is a product of downforce and stride length. With each step, the ostrich produces an explosive 1,900 pounds of force to propel it forward. That's more than twice as much as the 900 pounds a human can generate.
The ostrich's ability to produce force rapidly was remarkable. We're talking the fastest numbers we've ever seen and over 2 times faster than the best athletes we've seen.
Dennis's Top Gear is no The powerful downforce allows the ostrich to take a stride up to 16 feet long, nearly 3 times greater than Dennis's. This amazing power and massive stride is why these birds are, in fact, the fastest two-legged creatures on the planet. What's more impressive is that even though Thelma breezed to victory going 26 miles per hour, her top speed is a blazing 45 miles an hour. Dennis gave it his all, but he's no match for the fastest creature on 2 feet.
When we raced side by side, I got him. But when I started chasing him, he was playing with me like your kid trying to catch you. You just like kind of play with them until they get close and you run away from them. The ostrich was totally just playing with me today.
That's exactly what Mike Powell does. BB got the good start, but that leg lift, the control, the drive, he just maintains it all the way to the tape.
BB was second, 10 flat. Seth Joyner, Derek Thomas tied for third at 10.44. Here's Julie.
Usain Bolt is 190 centimetres or 6'4", a height usually considered too tall for a champion sprinter. It was thought that a shorter stride was best for optimal speed, but sports scientists have discovered that more important than how fast a sprinter moves their legs is the power in their stride. An ordinary runner applies an average of 250 kilos of force with each stride, their foot in contact with the ground for 0.12 of a second. Olympic sprinters exert more than 1,000 pounds of force at each stride, the foot touching the ground for just 0.08 of a second. Bolt takes fewer steps over a 100-metre sprint. Recorded at 41 strides, his shorter rival though, Tyson Gay, who takes 45 strides over the same distance. But Bolt doesn't just take less strides. He uses the power in his stride to achieve record-breaking acceleration.
Bolt's in front, and Dick's can't go with him. Bolt looks to his right.
20 metres into a 100-metre sprint, Bolt is running at 25 kilometres per hour. Bolt not only holds the record for the fastest ever 10-metre split in history, 0.82 of a second, he's achieved that 3 times in a row in the same race. He hits his fastest speed at the 60 to 80 metre section of the race. Reaching 44 kilometres per hour. For a sprinter, Bolt is slow out of the blocks.
When I played for Florida State as a freshman, true story, Bo was at Auburn, back in the backfield with Brent Fullwood, probably the best tandem of running backs I've ever seen in college. These guys are unbelievable. And, you heard of Bo Jack, so you were kind of in awe as a young collegiate. I'm 17 years old playing Florida State, 18 at the time, just turned 18. Bo goes behind the huddle in Auburn and throws his hands up as if he was signifying the crowd to get it up. They start cheering and applauding, and I was playing left corner. Bo got a sweep to his left, away from me, and hit it. I mean, hit it, and he was gone. I came out of nowhere because I could fly. Came and got him, ran up on him, like it was no other. With his right arm, he extended it, placed it on my helmet like as if he was praying for me, palming my helmet, and stiffed me down and kept going into the end zone like I wasn't even there. That was my Bo Jackson moment.
In May, Darryl outdid himself. An hour after agreeing to a new 5-year contract with an owner 5 years his junior, Darryl clocked a 4.2 40-yard dash. At the age of 40, he's still the fastest guy on the team.
In my college, the fastest kid in my conference was the fastest for the Redskins.
But all of a sudden, Darrell Green starts to pull on Willie Gault. He won't catch you. Darrell Green is the fastest.
Darrell Green, that's the freak of nature.
Darrell Green is one of the most amazing football players I've ever seen in my life.
2-2, old buddy. Make you run fast.
Darrell Green's speed was legendary. He couldn't be taught, only marveled at. A 4-time NFL's fastest man, he could run down anyone except Richard Petty and Seattle Slew.
Nobody chased Tony Dorsett down from behind. Darrell Green did. Nobody caught Eric Dickerson from behind, but Darrell Green did.
I just think that there are fast guys, and then there are fast guys, and then there are fast guys that can play football, and then there are fast guys that can't. I really consider myself ultimately a football player that was fast.
Bravo to the Hall of Famer.
We're going to begin with a unique new event as stars from the world of football, baseball, and track compete to determine who is the world's fastest athlete.
They had us in all these different sports. We had to do a 40, we had to run around the bases, we had to put shoulder pads on and run. Of course, he tore us up in that.
Darrell Green, the winner of the football sprint. Darrell Green, the quickest man around the bases. Darrell Green, who's already won 2 events, looking for a hat trick.
He acted like, oh, it's no big deal, but he came there to win it. He was in it to win it, and he did it.
Happy 48th birthday, Carl Lewis. The winner of 9 Olympic gold medals, Lewis was drafted by the Bulls and Cowboys, and the case can easily be made he's the greatest athlete of the 20th century, but he sure as hell cannot throw a baseball.
Yeah, but what a great voice.
Not exactly.
The vertical jump is all about lower explosion and power.
And what the scouts want to see is, yeah, they know part of it is God-given. Some people can just jump. On the other hand, the more you squat, the more time you spend in your weight room will help your vertical leap. Now, what they do is you stand flat-footed, and they measure your reach. You've got to do an accurate job of measuring the reach, because then the differential between the reach and the flag you touch is what your vertical jump is. Now, most people like to watch the defensive backs and wide receivers routinely close to 40 inches in a vertical jump. Last year, they averaged 38 inches. But what really hit me a year ago was two big defensive ends. Chris Long, first-round pick out of UVA, and then Vernon Gholston, the first-round pick out of Ohio State. At 270 pounds, both of these guys were in the high 30s. And remember, you're pushing 270 pounds and getting 36, 37 inches. Folks, that's an athlete.
Mike Powell, and you get the feeling someday he's going to reach the cucumbers. He is some competitor, and the juices are flowing right now. Lane assignments for the 100-yard dash. Jordan, lane 1, Beebe, lane 2, Powell, 3, Derek Thomas, lane 4, Seth Joyner is in lane 5.
And you can bet your life Terry Schroeder is on the sideline rooting for Don Beebe to win this event.
Good start. Beebe, as expected, out of the box very quickly. He is great in the 40. Now look at Powell coming onto the middle of the track, and Powell will take Beebe at the halfway mark and then runs away with it.
He sustained that speed. Frankly, find it in the track athletes who talk about not just the start, but once you build up that speed, being able to sustain it down the track. And that's exactly what Mike Powell does. Beebe got the good start, but that leg lift, the control, the drive, he just maintains it all the way to the tape.
Beebe was second, 10 flat. Seth Joyner, Derek Thomas tied for third at 10.44. Here's Julie.
Down the middle, and Beebe will take the line drive at the 7. He's got brilliant speed. Beebe up the middle. There he goes across the 40 to the 50. No flags down. Deion Sanders catches up from behind.
Watch this guy fly. Here comes Beebe, and really not even touched as he goes through the hole. Now look at Deion Sanders, man behind him. Beebe supposedly 4.29. Deion catches him at the 10. You know, Beebe, watch this thing, and no one really touches him until Deion Sanders tackles him about the 9-yard line. Here comes Beebe through. McFadden, you can forget that. Well, McFadden got his arm near him. But Deion, you talk about turn on some afterburners, because Beebe is at full speed.
Another episode in the continuing NFL saga of this amazing man fighting for truth, justice, and the American Conference. Against all odds, the drama continues. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's Super Bowl!
West, 7 of the 14 AFC teams starting today tied for first place. Cincinnati's moved ahead of Pittsburgh, maybe Houston in the Central, Buffalo ahead of Miami in the East. And now the Raiders, can they stay with Kansas City, and can Denver stay with Bo Jackson? The answer is no. Bo has another.
You know, that's like Muhammad Ali or something. So fast and so sharp and hit so quick that you stun the guys trying to tackle you. You see him starting right. He looks like he's in trouble, but look how hard he hits people. He's just so quick. Look at that burst, banging into people. It's explosion. He's really beating the defenders to the punch. That's the greatness that this guy has as an athlete.
Play you talked about, 92 yards last year. Actually, about 13 months ago, November of 1989, same field, same two teams. Only this time, he never changed direction. He just turned the corner and blazed down the sidelines. 92 yards for a touchdown. Today, 88 yards. Actually, in many ways, a better run.
Trouble when he got here.
But now he has actually turned into a go-to receiver for the Raiders.
And here is Bo Jackson. He reverses, comes back, gets a block. Schrader lays a block, misses his man. Bo Jackson breaks clean at the 30. He's to the 50. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. And he slides. No, they're going to mark it down. Just shy. Just shy. And he was caught. And I think even Bo is surprised.
And the team just continued to function. And fortunately, in the sense, they didn't have to have him playing great football, because a lot of other people were.
Bo Jackson has some room. One man to beat, and from behind, Kevin Walker saves another touchdown.
This is just what the Bengals wanted to avoid, and just what the Raiders were expecting sooner or later to happen. Some beautiful blocking at the line of scrimmage, and Bo is so strong physically. Those legs are so strong. Talking to Fulcher before the game, he said you can't tackle him in his legs. Look at Steve Smith kick his man out. A great job by Montoya. A beautiful job of pulling and blocking. And watch these broken tackles. So his legs and, of course, the
Jackson shaken up a bit, has not gotten to his feet as yet. That was a 34-yard run by Jackson, who does not appear to be seriously injured and gets a big hand from this crowd. What a player.
He may have pulled him.